Veterinary medicine is a messy business, both physically and emotionally. Vetsplaining is one veterinarian's attempt to explain and understand her own profession a little better. Join Dr. Lisa McFaddin as she delves deep into the medical and business aspects of veterinary medicine.
In our second installment of A Day in the Life, we are going to investigate what it means to be a veterinary kennel assistant. There are usually two reasons people take jobs as kennel assistants. First, people that know they want to be veterinarians and they're looking to get their foot in the door and have that initial experience as a kennel assistant and then hopefully advance from there. And I would say probably 90% of veterinarians that practice small animal medicine were kennel assistants in their early teen to late teen years. And second, those that are high schoolers or early in college and need a part-time job and love working with animals and are not really 100% sure what being a kennel assistant entails, but they like the idea of snuggling and playing with animals every day. But kennel assistants, I believe, are frequently underestimated and not appreciated as much as they should be. They have a very important job in veterinary clinics that have boarding facilities specifically. You need people to keep those cages and runs clean, to walk the dogs, to feed the dogs, in some instances to give medication that's brought with them. For cats, keep the cats engaged and entertained, to clean the cages, to make sure that the cats are eating and drinking as well as the dogs are eating and drinking. And so your kennel assistants are kind of like your first line of defense when it comes to your boarding animals, because these are the employees that day in, day out are in the morning, midday, evening, on the weekends, walking the dogs, taking care of the cats. And so they're really going to be the ones that let you know, hey, Fluffy has not eaten in 24 hours, or Jackson, the kitty cat, peed this morning, but it's now evening and has not peed. Or as cats like to do, let's say Marco, he defecated when he first arrived 2 days ago, but has not defecated since. Cats are kind of private poopers, so when they're in a cattery and there's multiple cats, a lot of times they don't like to defecate, which is funny because it's not like they can usually see each other, but they're very private individuals. So these kennel assistants frequently actually have to be very cognizant of animal behavior. You know, is that animal scared? Is that animal comfortable? Are they relaxed? Are they eating? Are they sleeping well? Are they uncomfortable because they're an older pet and maybe they need more bedding, more support? So these kennel assistants, especially the kennel assistants that work at Independent Hill, we train them so that they are aware of basic animal behavior. One, for safety, so that, you know, if you go into a run to take a dog out for a walk, if that dog's snarling, you may want to give them a few minutes, have a veterinary assistant assist you. Or if that cat is hissing, probably not a great time to open the cage and try and take out the litter box. More importantly, they need to be aware of those subtle changes, those, hey, she's really stressed and that cat has not eaten today. I think it's because we don't like the other cats in the cattery, or because there's too much noise. So I really try and appreciate my kennel assistants as much as possible because, well, yes, they do literally clean poop and pee. They also are there to nurture the animals. And in most instances, kennel assistants are younger. They're teenagers, they're in high school, or they're in early college, or it's a part-time job. But they really enjoy working with animals. And I don't want them to lose sight of that. I don't want it just to be a, hey, you're here to clean the poop or the pee. But you really are, in part, there to bond with the pets, to make that boarding experience, that kennel experience, more enjoyable. And it works both ways. It's very emotionally supportive for the kennel assistants as well as for the pets. So for this installment, we are going to hear from Michaela, our fantastic kennel assistant, about why she became a kennel assistant and what she feels her job entails and why she likes it. If you've ever had those employees that they show up, they're in a great mood, they're like, yeah, let's tackle the day. What are my jobs? They do everything well. They then find extra activities that may not even be in their job purview, but they just are there to help. This is Michaela, and she has graced us with her presence for about 2 years, and I'm going to let Michaela take away the rest.
Thank you.
All right, let me just play it back. So tell the microphone your name.
I feel like I'm in jail or something. Michaela, do you want me to say my last name?
It's up to you.
People stalk me.
Just say Michaela.
I'm Michaela. Hi, nice to meet you.
And what do you do at Independent Hill?
I'm a kennel assistant.
And how long have you been here?
I have been here for almost 2 years.
And why did you first start working here?
I had my childhood dog actually passed away from lymphoma, and I figured that I wanted to do something with animals to kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a grieving thing to make myself feel better, just to help out with animals and to care for them.
So had you any idea what being a kennel assistant was going to entail before you started?
I did not. I just figured, no, what the heck, it's at a vet clinic and just get some experience in it.
And so tell us a little bit about like your daily job.
So basically what I do is I come in and I see all my lovely furry faces and I walk them and I feed them and, give them some love. And then I go hang out with the cats for a little bit and feed them and clean their litter boxes and things like that and do some cleaning of the clinic.
And do you like working at Independent Hill?
I do. I very enjoy it. Or that didn't make any sense. I enjoy it very much.
I can edit.
Okay, I was like, that was not English.
So what's your favorite part about being a kennel assistant?
I love meeting all the dogs and all the cats and just experiencing with all the different breeds, and just get to know all the dogs. I just really enjoy it.
So since you've worked here, do you find that you want to continue to work as a kennel assistant? Do you have interest in working towards being a veterinary assistant?
I definitely do. I'm kind of scared, like that's just my personality. I might want to edit this out because it's like,
it's okay.
But I totally would love to, just because I think by working here, I've definitely discovered that I would love to work with animals more and to better their lives.
And so you're in school as well, correct?
I am in school.
And what are you studying?
Right now I'm just doing general education because I don't know what I'm doing.
That's okay. You're young.
It's okay.
You have time.
Yeah, I know. It's fine.
All right. Well, thank you, Michaela, for telling us a little bit about the life of a kennel assistant. Do you have anything else to say?
No, just I'm happy to be here. I'm going to cry when I listen to this.
She's awesome. She's the best.
Thank you.
As you can tell based on that recording, I was not lying. Michaela is pretty darn fantastic. And from my perspective, when she comes in, usually either in the morning between 7:30 and 10, or in the evening, I think she comes between 5 and 6. And she comes in, she walks everybody, all the dogs. Obviously, we do not walk the cats. She walks all the dogs and ensures that they urinate and defecate. She then changes bedding at least every day in the morning, and if needed, it'll be changed again in the afternoon or the evening. And then everyone gets fed if they are fed twice a day in the morning and the evening. And at that point, every patient that stays with us has basically like an in-house report card. So for every day, it has an AM, midday, PM slot. It says if they ate, how much they were offered. So not only do we mark that they ate, we mark how much they ate. Because it is important to know, even if a dog is just eating half of its meal, that's important to know compared to they normally eat their full meal. And we mark if they've urinated, if they've defecated, and if they have any medications. Currently, Michaela is the only kennel assistant that is authorized to administer medications, and that is because she completed training to ensure that she can properly identify the medications, what most of the medications are for, how they should be administered. Otherwise, our veterinary assistants administer the medication to our boarding patients. And I really hope that as Michaela continues to study and goes on with her career, whatever field that may be, she continues to work with us for as long as possible, and we would be happy to have her as a veterinary assistant as well, because like I said, she is just one of those people that brightens the room, and she really does ensure that she does a good job no matter what task she is tackling. And that is a little bit about what it's like to be a kennel assistant. And next installment, we will talk about what it's like to be a receptionist, which we also call CSRs, or customer service representatives. I think that about wraps it up. As always, thank you for listening to this installment of Vetsplaining. I hope you enjoyed your time with me and ideally learned at least one new thing for the day. If you have any questions or suggestions for future topics, feel free to leave a comment below or email info@independenthillvet.com and put podcast topic or podcast comment in the subject line. Until next time.